Last time out, we spoke to the voice of Formula One, Crofty. Here's part two of that interview.
You talk about all of these great storylines, and I think the championship has truly long coveted a larger following here in the United States. Of course, a big market, and a successful American driver has been seen as potentially the key to that. Do you agree with that statement? Is it necessary to have that?
Yeah, I think it is. I really do. Look, American sports fans are very patriotic in their nature, and there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. The chance of USA ringing out, when we see, track and field at the Olympic Games, for instance, it's absolutely stupendous. I don't see anything wrong with the patriotism. I think it would be nice to see American fans rewarded for their patriotism and the investment that you make in Formula One. It is so much easier to watch Formula One and follow Formula One in Europe than it is, I'm sure, in America, where you might not travel much, Bobby, but I'm not sure your body knows what time zone it's in, given the hectic nature of this season. Haas F1 should be an American team. They're not an American team. Look, they're based in Italy and in Banbury in the UK. They've got a Russian and they've got a German driving for them. They've got Russian money that's backing them now as well. They're not really the American team that I think American fans would like to get behind. And we hear noises about Michael Andretti possibly investing in Alfa Romeo and Alfa Romeo Sauber in the future. That to me would be a really good fit. It would be lovely to see the Andretti name attached to Sauber as well. Two classic names within motorsport. As for American drivers, we've had this discussion. Who's out there that could make that transition right now? Not sure there is a USA driver, but there's certainly in Pato O'Ward, I think, one for the future, who's attached to that McLaren program, who will get a test in December in that McLaren Formula One car to go and see exactly what he can do. And look, Pato's well known to fans of IndyCar and American motorsport fans. Obviously, hails from Mexico, so it's not that USA driver. But I think the likes of Pato should be on Formula One teams' radar because he is an exceptional young driver. Let's see how he gets on that F1 test, because I think it'd be fascinating to see the results.
Yeah, I mean, been 6 years since Alexander Rossi, and of course, a really long time since Mario Andretti won it all. I do think, Crofty, that Netflix has really helped the sport so much. I mean, Drive to Survive has been huge. I even think this new documentary, Schumacher, was outstanding. I wanted to get your thoughts on both.
I watched the Schumacher documentary just a few days ago. It's unbearably sad, isn't it? At the end, there's no other way to describe it. I thought the way the family opened up and talked about Michael was absolutely delightful. I hope they found some comfort in sharing their thoughts with a wider public. To see some of the footage, to go behind the scenes, just revealed more about a man that so dominated and so took this sport to new levels, and gave the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen new goals to try and achieve and raise the bar considerably. It's a wonderful documentary, but it's just unbearably sad for the last 20 minutes for obvious reasons in that. But don't not watch it because I say it's unbearably sad. Do watch it because it's also quite joyous to see the love and the affection shine through throughout that documentary. I thought it was very well put together. As for Drive to Survive, it is bringing in new audiences around the world, and that's absolutely superb. I'll give you a little story. I went where are we now? Last time we were at COTA, so that had been 2019. I had the absolute delight to go to Houston for a couple of days, and I went to see the Houston Rockets play basketball. I am not a basketball fan. I am now, because I got courtside tickets as well, which was really cool. And someone said, "Do you want some courtside tickets?" And yes, I do. Thank you very much indeed. So as we were going down to courtside, I'm in a lift with the people I was with, and talking away, and the lift attendant's looking at me, and I kind of looked back, and he's looking at me, and I looked back, and kind of looked up because he was quite tall. Cause it's basketball, isn't it? Everyone's tall at basketball. And I said, "Did you used to play?" He went, yeah, I did. At college, but I wasn't good enough. Are you Crofty? I said, yeah, I am. Nice to meet you. And I shook hands, got out the lift. I said, how did you recognize me? Oh, I'm a massive Formula One fan. I said, well, you are. You're very tall. He said, no. Recent convert as well. I watched Drive to Survive, and now I can't miss a single race. I said, well, that's brilliant. Do you want to talk about yesterday's race? But no, because I've been working all weekend, and I actually don't know the results. So please don't tell me what happened. I'm going to go back after the game and watch it. I saw you don't want to know that Roman Grosjean came from the back of the grid to finish on the podium. Well, oh my God, no, he didn't, did he? I said, no, I'm only joking. He's an ass. But we kind of had a chat, and he just explained that Drive to Survive was his first contact point with the sport of Formula One, and he wouldn't have discovered it without this documentary series, which is brilliant.
Crofty, in closing, future, we speak about the future. The future of F1, of course, only months away from new technical regulations. There are talks of even further changes in 2025, 2026. What do you see for the future of this sport?
Well, the engines 25, 26. I think it's 2026 now. More likely with the engines, the MGUH will probably go. More emphasis on biofuels, as well as part of the sustainability. What I would say with that, the fuel that is burnt on the track is about 0.7% of the carbon spend in Formula One. So any efforts that are going into reducing the reliance on burning carbon-based fuels needs to go hand in hand with efforts away from the track as well, if we're to achieve that carbon neutrality, which is so important. Don't just concentrate on the fuel, concentrate on other things that we're doing as well. Why are we going to Miami, coming back to Europe for 2 races, and then going to Canada, as is likely for next season? It's crisscrossing the Atlantic when you don't necessarily need to. Let's find another way to restructure the calendar and to cut down on some of the diesel or the kerosene in the case of planes that's being used. This year, for instance, we came back from the summer break. We went to Spa, and then we went 300 kilometers north to go to Holland, and then we went all the way south to go to Monza. Why didn't we start north and then just head our way down? That would have made more sense to me on that one, because you're not kind of going up to come back on yourself. But these are just little things that can be looked at. As much as you can admire these V6 hybrid engines, and they're an amazingly efficient engine, they cost an awful lot of money to develop. Honda have found that out, and we don't want to be reliant on Red Bull, Ferrari, Renault, Mercedes making the engines. We'd like to see VW and the Porsche Group come in. We'd like to see others, making engines in the future at a lower cost as well. The new regulations for next year, who knows what that's going to do to the racing and the pecking order and the grid. We haven't got a clue at the moment, and that's so exciting as well. It's rare you can say that in advance of a season. Some teams will be really confident that they found a good design. Other teams will be thinking, oh, we might be a bit on the back foot, but nobody will truly know until they get onto the track. And that, I think, coupled with some of the most incredible talent that we have on the grid, it just, to me, leaves Formula One in a really healthy position at the moment to set trends, to make changes for a healthier future to come. We will have, I'm sure we'll have some great racing in the years ahead. Together with that, a sustainability project that will hopefully drive technological change as well, away from the track, that we as fans and as people who just lead normal lives can all benefit from too. And with a bit of luck, get some decent entertainment on a Sunday afternoon, morning, evening, or whatever time in the world it is that you're watching your F1.
I'll be at the Circuit of the Americas, my friend, and hopefully we can meet at a bar, play some darts, and maybe even have some more F1 talk.
Hey, listen, there are round about 9 million bars to choose from in Austin. If we can't find one that matches all our requirements, we're in the wrong city.
Crofty, I appreciate you taking the time. I look forward to seeing you at COTA.
Anytime, Bobby C. You have a great day now.